ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Good evening. सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना. When we have someone like Hanuman, who is our protector. See, when we say Hanumana is our protector, we must keep that faith in him. And where there is faith, you will see, we often say faith moves mountains, isn't it? And your doubts create them. So keep faith in him and invoke for Hanumana's strength, Balam, and seek the right guidance, and you will see he is there at that very moment to guide us. This one has to simply experience for oneself. How much ever another person says, suppose I say this happens, you will say, oh, that's your imagination, that's because your faith, that's because you've always been like that. Until you do not try it on your own. One has to call him with a clear heart, without doubt in mind, and see the miracle happening. And if somebody like Hanumana is your protector, who can harm you? Who can, no harm will befall such a person. Having said this, Tulsidas ji says, Apan tej samaro aape, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे. Such is the brilliance of Hanumana, such is his strength, the mighty one. In fact, he is so strong. If he is the embodiment, the storehouse of all strength, so you can imagine, is there anybody else? I mean, when we talk of water supply in our homes, we talk of our singular strength. This water supply we get from the society tank or whatever we have built a tank. Now that tank water comes from some reservoir in the city. That water itself comes from elsewhere. So if he is the reserve, if he is the storehouse of that water, imagine, is there anybody else who can control him or, refrain and restrict him, his movement, his strength? Can anybody hold him? Impossible to hold that. He himself, you have to invoke him only. You need to request him, appeal to him to control his own strength. Apan tej, his brilliance, his strength. Samaro aap, he only can do it. There is nobody else who can if he decides, Once it so happened, actually before we go into this, I had told you some time ago that Tulsidas ji's first darshan of him, he ran after this man, old man in rags, and somehow managed to get him, and he fell at his feet. And actually, Hanumanji, that was the first time that he gave him his darshan, and he said, what is it that you want? You are very, very devoted to Sri Rama, and I see you have a lot of devotion and love for me. What is it that you want from me? And that is when Tulsidas ji said, what more? I have had your darshan, now I want my beloved Sri Rama's darshan. And that time, Hanumanji had told him, yes, it will happen, soon it will happen. And sooner than later, actually, when Tulsidas ji was in Varanasi one evening, as he was finishing his Sandhya and temple visit, and he was walking, he saw two princely looking, handsome young men walking on the streets of Varanasi. And when he saw them, he was so impressed. There was an aura they carried around him, and he was mesmerized by them. Just the gait, the walk, and it seemed like as though the entire street, people were a little mesmerized at that point of time when they were just walking. It's as though time stood still. And Tulsidas ji also looked at them, felt such an amount of peace, within him. He felt so good. And they passed by. He was lost in this feeling. So much positivity, high energy, almost into samadhi state. And he was wondering who these two men were and what were they doing here, that he had not seen them before. But those thoughts came a little later. And that night, Hanumanji came to him. It said that he spoke to Tulsidas ji and said, I had told you that soon you will have darshan of your beloved Lord. So you're happy today? You got darshan? And Tulsidas ji was, what do you mean? When did Sri Ram appear? He said, you saw both of them, Sri Rama and Lakshmana walked this path. You were lost in, you became Magan in them. Who do you think those two warriors were? And suddenly it struck Tulsidas ji, oh, no wonder that it seemed like everyone was hypnotized, and I myself went into such deep peace within. I didn't even take darshan properly. I didn't even do my namaskaram to Sri Rama. And he started weeping. He was crying and he was despondent. He said, what a chance, is this ever going to happen again? Imagine all your life you've been waiting for that one moment, and that moment comes and goes and you don't even know about it. And Ishvara will not give darshan. This doesn't happen every day. I missed. I was lost. I didn't know. And he is crying, is inconsolable. Hanumanji says, don't despair so much. No, Bhagwan Ram is such. For a devotee like you, he will definitely give you darshan again. And this time, when he comes, you don't worry. I will give you a signal. He usually doesn't want me talking to anybody or his devotees and telling them all this. So I will be somewhere in the corner. I may not even show myself up to him, but I will give you a signal. You must be aware. So Tulsidas ji is like, okay, if Hanumanji is saying it may happen, but he is totally, desolate, very, very despondent, depressed. But he waits. He said, okay, if this is the way, Sri Rama wanted it, then so be it. What can I do? I can't ask for anything more. So it's okay. And it so happened that very soon, one morning, Tulsidas ji was again, going to the Ganga after his bath and everything. He was making the sandal paste, chandan paste actually. And he was rubbing that chandan stone and for making, to apply tilak and all that. A little boy came running to him. And it is said that he was so wonderful to look at, this baby. He didn't seem like a normal child, because children as it is, every child is so beautiful, so innocent. They look so, everyone loves children, isn't it? You look at a child, child of any being for that matter. They're loved automatically, spontaneously. We have that. But this time Tulsidas was thinking, what is about this child? I feel it fills me with delight. Who's this child? And I haven't seen this child before. And that time, this little boy comes to him and he says, can you give me that tilak? Can you apply that chandan on my forehead also? And as he is asking him, Tulsidas is again going off into some kind of a trance, just being in the presence of that little boy. Hanumanji is watching from, and he says, from a distance, he says, again Tulsidas ji should not miss. He is going into a trance every time he comes into the presence of his Bhagwan. He quickly disguises himself, and up the tree he goes and he sings. It's a very famous doha. I just said this is the story behind it. Chitrakoot ke ghat par bhai santan ki bheed, Tulsidas chandan gise, tilak det Raghubir. And he's singing this. चित्रकूट के घाट पे भई संतन की भीड़, तुलसीदास चंदन गिसे, तिलक देत रघुबीर. He wakes up, Tulsidas. Oh, no wonder this time. And he falls at his feet and tears in his eyes. And he's saying, and this little boy starts laughing, looking at the entire Leela that is happening. He is laughing. And now, Tulsidas ji does not know what to do. Here is my Raghuram come in the form of a small child. What should I do? Give him tilak? Is he going to give me tilak? He is my Lord. He is very confused and he can't, overwhelmed in that situation. Sri Rama is laughing away as a child. He takes that chandan from his hand. He takes that and he applies it for Tulsidas ji. And he takes some for himself also. And as he's applying, again Tulsidas ji is gone into a trance. Waken up with that. He doesn't see the child. But that darshan of that one lifetime, like you said, this sakshatkar that he saw his beloved Ishwara in the form of a child that day. So actually twice it has happened. The second time also, he was going into this trance when it was Hanumanji, who came and literally sang those verses so that he would wake up from there. And that is how the first time, and Hanumanji says, yes, see, I had promised you, I will give you, you will get Ramji's darshan. It happened. So you see, if you pray to Hanumanji with your heart, you know, another incident, you know, when Hanumanji literally saved Tulsidas ji. It is said that this Mughal Emperor Akbar had heard a lot of miracles happening when Tulsidas ji was there. Now Tulsidas ji never claimed that he did any kind of miracle or anything. But it was said that some person came back to life. When that lady came and prostrated to him, it seems he is supposed to have said Saubhagyavati Bhava. You know, he, without even looking at her, he just blessed her. So she started weeping. She said, I'm a widow. Why did you give me that? You know? And then he was stunned. Why did I do that? He didn't, you know, and she fell at his feet. It is said that this man, he had died recently and he came back to life. There is some story, whether it is this way or he was sick and he came back to life, you know. So this is there, this fame spread of Tulsidas ji, that even people in the deathbed come back to life. So he heard as a saint. So there was this Mughal Emperor Akbar who wanted to see him in the court. And he said, I want him to show some miracle. Leaders are always very, very cautious about such people who show miracles. You know, they don't want people to get swayed by all of such people, whether they are just some Fakir Baba, some Sant Baba who is showing all this magic and fooling the people around. So as a ruler, he wanted to, though it is said that his father was also respected in Akbar's court, Tulsidas ji's father, Atmaram Dubey. He was busy with work, with his own literary work, and he said, this is being commanded by my king Sri Ram, so I'm not going to any court to meet anybody. So what happened was, the emperor's soldiers came and they forcefully took him to the court. When he was in the court, he was told that you must show us, what can you do? So he says, I don't do any miracles. I am not the kind who is doing anything. So the emperor thought he was insulted. He was not, obeying orders. He said she should be imprisoned. While Tulsidas ji was taken into the prison, he prayed to Hanuman. He just invoked for Hanumana's grace, blessings. It is said the entire palace was, there was a sudden swarm of monkeys and they run amok and they, you know, pull down all the garden. They were they messed up the entire place. This huge swarm of monkeys, when they came, everyone was running amok and soldiers didn't know what to do. They said, how we have to fight these monkeys? You know, everyone's scared. They were running here and there. So it was a minister in Akbar's court who told him, see, I think this is because you have imprisoned a saint like Tulsidas ji. Do not you release him and we will see that these monkeys will go away. And it so happened that that very moment he said, please release this and release this prisoner. And when Tulsidas ji was released and he was sent home, all the monkeys vanished. Immediately they vanished. From where they came, they attacked the palace, and where they went, it was not known. So it is said, so see again, you know, Anjaneya's powers, none of us can fathom. We are not to. He has his own way. How they came and they attacked and how they went off. And he was released. This is another time when he was blessed with Anjaneya's protection. This way, Sri Rama has also protected him very many times. It is very, very, because a sant is that way. So pure at heart and constantly devoted only to the Lord, dedicated to the Lord. He remains in the body so that through this body, whatever needs to be done can be offered like a puja, like a worship to the Lord. So his whole, every moment, you know, is a dedicated, his life is dedicated to the worship of the Lord. Such a saint is protected by existence itself. Okay? So no harm will come to them. And this is very clearly seen in Tulsidas Ji's life story. So, आपन तेज समारोह आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे. In fact, if he roars, especially when he was taking off that from the tip of Bharatvarsha to take a leap and reach Lanka, the way he roared, he wanted all that strength. It seems that entire hill shook and it went a little down because of the weight of Hanuman that he wanted that leap up in the air. Tino lok, it is said that Swarga lok also people were shaken by that sound. Bhuloka was already because he was here. Narka loka tak it reached. And people in these different lokas were wondering what is happening. In the Swarga Loka, there was great joy. They said, this is the sign of something wonderful to happen. And in the Narka Loka, people were dismayed. It filled them with fear. So when he roars, all the three worlds can shake. That is his strength. भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे. हाँ, भूत पिशाच. Oh, yes. One thing that Hanuman Chalisa is chanted definitely is people are so scared. No? When that fear comes, and usually fear is what? I have heard many people say that it was dark and I had to walk. Suddenly electricity was not there and it got so dark. What happened? Jai Hanuman Jnana Guru Sat, Jai Kapisen Ulok Ujagar, they're scared and they start chanting. And it is said, and everybody has claimed, that I started chanting. I was gasping, but I started chanting and I settled. Nothing happened to me. I crossed over. Tell me how many of you have done this and it has worked. So this is always there. People who are fearful of heights or don't like traveling in, lifts, elevators, because it's all closed. They don't want to be alone. So they get in, press the button to whichever floor they need to go, and then they start off their Hanuman Chalisa. Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar. And then people you will hear, they definitely, they say, you ask them, do you get scared of Bhuta Pishachi? Because that is a time definitely they will chant the Hanuman Chalisa if they think that there is some Bhoot somewhere. So do you believe in Bhoot? Are you scared of? No, I'm not scared. But do you believe? They don't know what to say. So because, forget whether there has been an external Bhuta Pishacha, okay? Whether there are these disembodied beings around. If we haven't seen any, very good, we are privileged. No, nothing to fear. If you think there is one also, you just chant Hanuman Chalisa. You do this, Bhuta Pisach, which is embodied, disembodied, spirits that are looking to embody, enter into any body. They do not get there are, in our aura also, there are many holes. For a person who's all the time anxious, worried, who is angry, then such a person, it is said, that creates a lot of, because of the stress in the aura, he can easily, all the more, become a ground where these disembodied spirits, enter the body, it is said. But if one is chanting the Hanuman Chalisa, then he is got a protective aura around him. More than anything from the outside, I always say this Bhoot and Pishasha is actually within us only. What kind of thoughts we entertain, what kind of fearful thoughts we entertain, that only becomes like the Pisachi for us. Even when there is nothing to be worried about, we can worry about something. Even when there is nothing to be fearful about, our mind, what if that happens? And then, we create this, isn't it? all this negativity from within, if it is there, then one must chant the Hanuman Chalisa regularly. Whatever kind of fear engulfs you, something that is not there, but you cannot explain sometimes, but you're just filled with some kind of fear. It comes from deep subconscious, from the unconscious mind. If you face these kind of situations, one must chant the Hanuman Chalisa. That is why it is said that you don't wait for that incident to occur. Instead, you go about chanting the Hanuman Chalisa every day. You create a protective aura around you already. And when you know it by rote, as you keep chanting every day, and you chant with thinking of him in mind, go verse by verse, chaupai by chaupai. Think of all those things that was mentioned about him, his glories, read about him. So when you have Hanumana himself, his qualities absorbed in your subtle body, definitely Bhoot Pishaach nikat nahi aave. They will not come close to you. You will never see them, anywhere Hanuman Chalisa is chanted. If you are chanting it, at least play it on the record, morning, evening, What will happen is, even such thought forms cannot come in. That is his presence. So, Bhoot Pishaach nikat nahi aave, Mahavir jab naam sunave. Keep Mahaviras, Hanuman Baba's name all the time. Smaranam. Be in chanting that name. Constantly keep him in mind. He will let you focus. He will purify the mind, and all your worries and fears will disappear. So constantly, instead of worrying about what will happen, the moment do your best to whatever needs to be done, and then when the mind is free, let it focus on Hanuman. This chanting of Hanuman Chalisa creates a very protective aura around us. So let us today pray as we chant the Hanuman Chalisa. Protection and an aura that is filled with positivity, fearlessness. Do not allow for any fear to enter your personal space. For Hanumana is protecting each one of us. Keep that faith, and we shall start with the chanting now.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुखर सुधारी बरनउँ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन भरन विराज सुवेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा, जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कही सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीना। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा, है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साकी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसौ सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भई सब संतन की जय।